My name is Aarti Tikku. I am from Anantnag town of South Kashmir, but I'm a displaced Kashmiri Pandit. My entire family got displaced in 1990 when Islamist jihad erupted in the valley and drove out 300,000 Kashmiri Pandits who were the Aborigines, the original ethnic minority of Kashmir. My displacement is important to the story of the domicile certificate that I have been granted now recently. And that's because after displacement, our lives turned upside down. We were on the streets, we had nothing, we started life from scratch. Part of my family was in a refugee camp, part of my family were in sheds which were converted overnight into rented accommodations. And I grew up in a long period of destitution from 1990 because of the displacement. The displacement had several effects on Kashmiri Pandit society. One of the effects, of course, was the fact that many of the Kashmiri Pandit girls, many of the Kashmiri Pandit women married outside their community and outside the state. And I think that happened because we got dispersed as a community. Many of my cousins were in Delhi. Many of my family members went to other parts of the country, Pune, Bombay, Bangalore. Some went to Ahmedabad, some went to Jaipur. And because of the intermingling of cultures and societies, and also the fact that we were no longer in that protected environment in our own habitat, which was Kashmir, which has been for thousands of years. We are the Aborigine of Kashmir and who have the documented history of 5,000 years. Because of that factor, a lot of us got married outside the state, as I said, and outside the, not just the community, but outside the state. And I married, of course, a non-state subject, which meant that I was no longer qualified as a citizen with any rights in Jammu and Kashmir. And that's because Jammu and Kashmir used to have its own law, its own constitution, its own separate system, because Jammu and Kashmir had a special status which was granted by Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. And also because of Article 35A, which had granted Jammu and Kashmir the right to legislate on its permanent residency laws. Those permanent residency laws were gender discriminatory. They were gender discriminatory till 2002, when Jammu and Kashmir High Court actually reversed part of the gender discrimination which was perpetuated by the law, by the permanent residency law of Jammu and Kashmir, which discriminated women of Jammu and Kashmir if they married non-state subjects. So, for example, in my family, many young males, after displacement, married outside the state. They also married non-state subjects. Some married Punjabi girls, some married Bengali girls. But they were not disqualified as citizens. They continued to have the same rights like all other men of the state, but I as a woman was disqualified until 2002 because I had, or my other relatives, my other cousins, female cousins were marrying outside the community and outside the state. Now I married after the High Court judgment came in 2002. But my sister had married before the High Court judgment in 2002. The High Court judgment, however, was partially in favor of women of Jammu and Kashmir. because what it did was it reversed the gender discrimination only up to the daughters, to the women who had married the non-state subjects, but their children could not inherit any rights or any inheritance of their parents. For example, my sister or my cousin or my friend who was married to a non-state subject, their children could not inherit their property or any other rights in Jammu and Kashmir even after the High Court judgment of 2002. Now, when the nullification of Article 370 and 35A happened last year on August 5th, 2019, because the government, the central government in Delhi decided to reorganize the state, bifurcate it into 2 union territories, and the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir came directly under the central laws, which meant Jammu and Kashmir's own constitution, which meant Jammu and Kashmir's permanent residency laws were no longer applicable to Jammu and Kashmir, which meant that the children of my cousins, my siblings, my friends could now inherit property, could inherit everything that their parents, their mothers owned, and could also be citizens of Jammu and Kashmir.